Hello, everybody, again, and welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host, Mike, and guess who we got back from the People's Republic of Virginia?
Birthday boy, Conejo!
Cameo! What's going on, dude?
Another day, another dollar.
Kiss the ass and make him holla. What's going on, dude?
Another day, another dollar, dude.
I got a good show planned for you today. Do you got any tips for the day? Like not eating yellow snow or anything like that?
A damn good show for you.
Oh, you do, huh? What do you got planned? You buy any more shares over the Labor Day opening bell there app post?
I'm always buying shares.
Yeah, I just picked up some more GTH because the haters were hating last night. So I figured I picked up another 100,000 shares. GTH. Go check it out. SimFit Nutrition. The newest news, they just talked about acquisition company, and that's not what we're here to talk about, but we're just giving you the 411. They acquired another company that it looks like they're in GNC too, so we got another GNC company on board. So not to plug to get it around, but if you want to pick up some cheap seats before it goes up again, I'd grab some of that because it's some cheap real estate. Cameo, we've got some good stuff to talk about here. One of the first stocks that we see popping on the list is Camber Energy Incorporated, CEI. Last tick was 0.96. It is currently being promoted and is on a promoter list. So if you get in and dive in and lose anything at the end of the week, FYI, not my fault. Right, Camille?
It's never my fault.
No. Well, I could take the blame for some of it, maybe, if I wasn't promoting it or not, but I'm not. So, looks like on this one, Camber Energy Incorporated is an independent oil and natural gas company, engages in the acquisition, development, and sale of crude oil, natural gas from various known productive geological formations. They're mainly in central Oklahoma, South, and West Texas. Cameo, with the crude oil and natural gas, this is another company there. What say you on that current situation with the way we're headed and what direction we're headed?
I wouldn't buy it.
You would stay away even though the natural gas, because it is summertime and then winter is coming?
Stay away from it.
It's a stay away for you? So currently there it's one of the hottest trending stocks. That doesn't mean you go in and jump on it, but if you could get in on the cheap side, would you get in on it then, but right before winter hits?
Depending, I'd have to do more research.
Yeah.
Just because everything that's going on in the world.
Yeah, exactly my point. And Camille brings up a good point as far as that you have to do your research when you're looking at these things, because you don't know how it's going and other things. And don't ever, like I talked about this before, I believe you were on the show when I did, as far as don't carry the cooler for your stock. That was the lesson last week, because a lot of people were getting mad and hating on Gutierrez about AMC because he sold some of his stuff because he was locking in his profits. If you got to lock in profits, you can lock in profits, and when it drops, you can go back in there and get in on the cheap seats again. I mean, that's just part of the game. So you can't walk away and not have a profit. That's the one lesson we learned on this show, right there, Camille? Yep. So going on to this company there, they're accelerating the curve into the curve. So for 0.96, almost $1 stock there, Camille, the website looks pretty decent. And again, why we're covering this again is because we've covered it a few times. We're covering it because it's a trending stock. If there's something trending out there or something going on, there's a reason why. There's certain news about it, so you need to know about it. So that's why we're here for. It's the information show. You could go to our past videos where we analyze some of these stocks, but with this one, we're going to dive into it again because it's hot popping. There's some other ones where I just don't want to cover because they're too far in the cheap. And if it looks interesting to me, then I'll cover it. I feel like it. But I feel like we got to cover this again there, Camille. They're a company that's interested in active oil gas properties in the onshore Gulf Coast region, containing enhancement developments prospects to facilitate organic growth. Existing assets, let's check this out. They're leveraging the expertise and relationship to build a diversified organization and profitable business segments as stakeholder value. The existing asset level is all off of, we're going to show the graph here. Let me just get rid of a couple things here. Like we did this before, Camille, it looks like you're showing up on the bottom half of Southeast Texas. Now, it looks like some of the area that's hit there in this area obviously is what is Louisiana there. So that operation where New Orleans is at looks like they're a majority-owned subsidy of Viking Energy Group. It owns a working interest in multiple gas fields across Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. So all that area right there, Camilo, definitely was hit by
underwater.
Yeah, it was underwater. So with that, the properties include 145 active conventional oil wells and gas wells with several development prospects utilizing 3D seismic data, providing seismic reprocessing, AVO analysis, and final data. Also, with multiple dip-proven field locations, the high-graded can be drilled and completed. We're not going to go totally into this as much as a ton of it, Camille, because like we said, we covered it before. About them, we'll go a tad bit into that, and then we will go into the alphabets. Looks like with the 3D seismic data for the majority of the assets, and management has identified vetted numerous future drilling locations for infill drilling, and behind the pipe. Interesting there, huh? The properties produce hydrocarbons from the known reservoirs and sands in onshore Gulf Coast region. So there you go there, Cameo. It looks like they're managed by a subsidiary of Petrodome Operating LLC. You guys ever did anything for those guys there, Cameo?
No, for sure haven't.
Well, there's a reason for this, and we're going to go to the news. And wouldn't you know, Cameo, right up on the top, the Mockingbird alphabet media is mocking. And you want to know what they're saying? It's from Yahoo Finance.
Mockingbird.
Looks like they got Camber Energy is a buy under $1. Current trading less than $1 shares Diversified Energy Power Solutions Company has been rallying thanks to social media chatter surrounding the stock. However, given the investors' concern related to the company's Form 10-K filing delinquency and potential of the company to face NYSE delisting procedures, it's worth bidding on this stock at a current price level. Let's find out. So, Camille, you just said the most perfect thing before. It was signal, not the noise. Now, could this be a stock where the insiders are either saying something bad's going to happen and they're just trying to dilute it so they can pick up the cheap shit?
Most likely.
Yeah, it's possible. So you can't rule that out. It's not that far of a reach. Exactly what Camille's saying. You got to look into it and dive in it. So you just don't do it because some guy with a freaking a poster behind him, or not a poster, but a picture of the Empire State Building says to buy it. I didn't tell you to buy it. I'm just giving you the info on why it's popping right now. All right, so we have independent oil and natural gas company Camber, which is headquartered in Houston, Texas, is focused on the acquisition, development, and sale of natural gas, crude oil, gas liquids in the Chinle Shale and Upper Wolfberry Shale in Texas. CEI holds interest in active crude and gas properties for the Gulf Coast region. Its shares jumped 68.4%, but CEI stock has declined 10.4% year to date and 40.5% over the last 6 months, reflecting investors concerned over the last 6 months that notification the company did not comply with the NYSE notification with the exchange continued listing standards. Closing yesterday's session at 83 cents. The stock is trading 73% below the 52-week period high. So, although an exclusive IP license agreement between the majority-owned subsidiary Viking Energy and ESG Clean Energy for patenting of carbon capture system should bode well for the stock. Several law firms have been investigating its subsidy and alleged breaches of fiduciary duty and violations of law. So here's what could influence the CEIs, it says. Simpson & Maxwell, a leading manufacturer, supplier of industrial engines and other energy solutions through its majority-owned subsidy. The purchase totaled CAD 99 million, approximately 3.2 million, or sorry, 3.99 million, approximately 3.2 million. Although the acquisitions could strengthen CEI's platform and position it further expansion across North America, it could also increase its expensive in the near long term and has a delay filing from the Form 10-K. So with the news, I think that it's possible that this could totally flop, but there is also this case is that we know is that Big Pharma, or sorry, not Big Pharma, but Big Alphabet News Media likes to dilute shares and dilute stock price for the big dogs, wouldn't you say?
All the time.
If you think
No apes.
Exactly. And if you think that the Mockingbirds don't manipulate this stuff to try to get you to sell so their buddies can go pick up on the cheap seats, you got another thing coming to you. So with this one, Cameo, it's like you said, it's a watch and see. It was popping last week. The boards are popping, and we're going to go into the boards, and we're going to find out what the real traders are saying on StockWits. Okay, guys, going on to StockWits. That's where the real traders are at. This is Gruski says, CEI defined my eyes, and tomorrow do your research just past phase 1. Tomorrow should be seeing the green. No gaps behind us to worry from here. Up, up, and away. This guy's saying that this sucker's going to $5. Interesting enough, after hours, they got this sucker trading a little higher, and then it was down 29 cents. It looks like so. It was seeing some pullback, and then it took off, and then pulled back again there. But that's just what happens all the time. So it's just part of the game. CEI ride 20 now. However, we'll be happy to ride 5. Haha, come bulls, push this thing to the edge. And that's the thing we got to watch there too, Cameo, is that you do see the bulls. And I could kind of see what they're doing is that they are manipulating, and they also have the alphabet media on their side to drive this sucker way down as well, wouldn't you say? Okay, looks like we got one hell Satan will finish $2. I don't know about Satan, but we're going to pass on that comment. That one's, I don't know. Nicolo Inferno says, take a look at yourself, people. Number 8 on the list. 2 weeks ago, we were in the 20s. A few nice trades today. Come 10% scalps, big volume. Let's go. Tomorrow, hurry up right now. Fintel list people, I remember when they were in the 20s. So that he was saying he remembers we're in the 20K watch. And you know how many watchers are on this sucker now? 60 freaking G's there, Cameo.
60 G's, huh?
Yeah, 60K watching this one because, well, part of it is being promoted, so that's why some people are watching it. But where can you get oil and gas is a thing, even though if they're farting around for a little bit. Like I said, you pick this one up right now in the summer, and everything turns around for them. Come freaking February and January and February, and people are freezing their aces off, and the freaking natural gas prices are up. You're going to see Camber freaking take off possibly here. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's related to that is just going to spike. You know what I mean? If they have, with the stakes that they have, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah.
This actually could present an opportunity for a decent swing. I'm not kidding you guys. I'm not just saying that to blow smoke up your ass or anything, but I'm just saying that this provides an opportunity for a potential, we'll call it potential swing trade. Sad ass souls making money off of idiots who believe in a dream. Atlas, dude, if you got a dream, they've got your number, dude. I think that was the Arizona Lottery's freaking advertisement, and the same thing goes for that, man. Everybody's got a dream. If you think that's your stock and that's your dream, don't be a dream crusher. You know, learn the lesson of not being a dream crusher. I'm just saying. So, you got anything about crushing people's dreams? Okay, guys, the next stock we have is TWOH. TWOH. Two Hands Corporation. Two Hands Corporation. Last ticket 0.0037. Going on the 6-month chart, looks like going from March of 2021, you were a little bit above 4 cents. And then you saw, obviously, August 21st, you had a spike almost up to 5 cents. And then you had your dip and dunk right before the holiday, and then you're back up to almost the 4s there. So going into this one, Two Hands engaged in development of brand strategies. It offers applications that provide dashboard, capital, and calendar schedule expenses messages for journal information, photos, timeline, and actual time features. The company was founded by Doug or Douglas Clark. Now, a little while ago, we dove into this stock before, but like I said, going back to the old videos, and you can go back and look at them, these were before we did the StockWits things and things like that. But this is one of those companies that we did have on the watch list a while ago. It was being promoted months ago, but it is currently trending. That's not to say that it's going to be promoted and show up on a promotion list soon. About them, let's go to About Them. Wherever there is... that is food that will bring back the memories we make of it. And there you have the website, which it looks pretty decent for as far as not a bad cheap seat stock there as far as that goes. On the first part of the website, they do have the corporate executive chef Grace de Fede. Check out Grace there. She's showing off the chef hat. She brings 18 years of hospitality, diverse culinary experience to Go-Kart City, as well as the international experience of having worked both the Netherlands and Italy. She must make some good food. De Fede will be currently carrying specialty recipes and meals for the online grocery marketplace, as well as the brick-and-mortar location set to open later this week. Grocery Originals, she'll be focused on traditional cultural dishes and her culinary experience. Going into all the other things, it looks like they have their customer reviews, but we know how all customer reviews write about, but they just posted those up on there. Eat by local, shop local, eat local. Going into what would you say they do here, more about them. Let's go into more. Let's see here. On their website, they have Leave the Grocery Carts, Go-Kart, to Us, an online delivery marketplace that launched last summer, delivering fresh and high-quality produce, meats, pantry items, bakery and pasta, gluten-free, and original items throughout the southern Ontario area. Their line of high-quality products come from partnerships with local international suppliers. Fresh to Home Grocery Originals. The brick-and-mortar retail experience was launched in Mississauga, Ontario. And if I butchered it, well, it is what it is. Fully equipped with deli, storage, and stone pizza oven. They'll also be offering a wide variety of fresh specialty meals curated by the corporate chef de Grace Fede. Supplying it, the food import distribution brand that operates in a wide range of channels, including food service, retail chains, hotel restaurants. Core range from Italian theme oils, pastas, sauces. Guys, this could take off. There are some places I know, specifically local and also in other places throughout other states, that have started out this way, and it just exploded within their restaurant and their online thing. Once someone gets the taste, they never go back, and they go towards it becomes habit forming, and then they go back and back and back to it because they got to have it. Look at some of your cookie places, soda drink places, and things like that. How many soda places have you seen where just because they mix 50,000 different flavors, there's lines out the door because people have to have their fix no matter what it is? Isn't that the truth? Okay, on the Alphabet News, it's all stale from July, but there are some interesting reads that you can go back and look, or you could go just watch our other shows and look up some of the other shows we have. Going on the boards on StockWitch, looks like I grabbed 4 million last week before Labor Day. I plan to grab another 4 million this week, then 1 million a week after and a week after. He said he could accumulate 4 million there. Well, OTC shot caller, I would agree with you there. If you can get in on the cheap, obviously not today because everybody and their dog's on it. But if you can collect stuff and shares and grab them when they're at the cheap seats and keep on collecting, you will be saying you got a lot of money flowing around in your hands, which you probably already do. Bilderberg says, this is a cash cow. Yeah, I got in 3 cents. Wait until this hits 10. Two Hands actually has real revenue, and that's what the other thing you guys got to look at. Go to your figures before someone says, hey, go and... we always say took a look at it. We're not promoting or anything. We're just taking a dive into these. Some of these we've covered, but we're covering them because they're trending, because we've covered them before, and it's not going to be the next time. If it's popping, we'll cover it again, because we want to show anybody that's new to the show that going to look at these in what past videos and future videos that you will see where these things have moved since last time we talked about them. How come they're exploding all the watches all of a sudden? Well, that's because long-term financials, this is currently trending, and a lot of people on the internet are seeing it. There's not a lot of news about it, which is also there, but once that people see this on all the trending boards, then they'll start to show up. Looks like you got a response to long-term financials. Let's go back to see what they have on here. Let's see here. Little to no debt, and everyone is talking about it. So there you go, long-term financials. There's noise, and there's also little to no debt, which is great. And like they said, the sales are up. And if their recipes are as good as they say they are, and the chef is as good as she says she is, then people are just going to keep on coming back to the product, and you're going to see them do more and more expansion and things like that as people were like, whoa, dude, this is really good. Looks like 4K and more coming for watchers. Monday morning is the latest. We've got the Wolf on Wall Street posts. More buyers, heavy holders here. Repeated growth and revenue. Wow, a strong buy according to investing.com. TWOH. Instead of playing roulette at the slots, I'll gamble my money over here. Exactly. You should never hit the slots. You should always be hitting these slots instead. They'll pay off better than the slots will. Especially vague, man. Whew. Man, that place could clean your clock so bad. It's really boring sometimes too, but I know some of you guys don't go for the games. You go for other reasons. This group is making great calls. BBIG and TWOH were two of the most suggested stocks, and all flying here. When it was announced, debt-free balance sheet increased revenues by 3. Did anyone listen to me yesterday? What a day. Huge boom. QQ revenue. You called it there, Elevator Investor TBG. Congratulations. So I'm out on this one. Anybody got any new information about this? Put it in the comment section, because you will be entered into the Chick-fil-A gift card on Friday. Okay, guys, the next stock we have is LITB. Light in the Box Holding. Last tick was $1.56. It's up a penny during trading hours, after hours, excuse me. Going to the 6-month history, looks like you had this bad boy almost to $4 in March of 2021. You took a significant dive, and now you're at, it hit almost to $1 on April 21st. That's part of the lowest there. Lower almost to the early dollar bills, we'll call it $1.20s. And then we went into to the $1.56 range as of today. Going into this stock, it looks like they are engaged in online retail sales and distribution of consumer products. It operates through product sales, services, and other segments. The product sales segments comprised of sales products include apparel and other general products. We'll go to the website, check it out, and see what we think. Okay, guys, so we're going on the alphabets. Looks like this plug is Cision on Light in the Box reports second quarter 2021 financial results. Shanghai, the e-commerce platform that delivers products to consumers around the world, announced unaudited financial results June 30th, 2021. And it looks like Mr. Zhang He, Chief Executive Officer of Light in the Box, commented, during the quarter, we can deliver healthy financial results. Total revenues increased to $122.2 million in the second quarter of 2021. That's $113.9 million in the same quarter. They're facing more and more players in the highly competitive e-commerce market, and the impact of the pandemic has resulted in macroeconomic uncertainties that continue to pose challenges in certain overseas markets. And long term, we believe that well positioned to adapt to the changes in the highly competitive market with overvalues going beyond expectations, comprehensive and reliable shopping destination. So there you go with that. The total revenue increased by 7.3%. And no, this isn't an army of apes stock, guys. We're just covering this because it is trending, so you can see actually where, what direction and what you're buying. And so you don't know if you're buying from here, from there, or anywhere for that matter. But we have to cover it. The total cost of revenues they had was $65.1 million in the second quarter of 2021 compared with the $64.3 million in the second quarter of 2020. Cost of product sales was $64 million in the second quarter of 2021 compared to $59 million in the same quarter. Okay, so gross profit in the second quarter was $57.1 million compared to $49.6 in the same quarter of 2020. So you can see the uptick and the trend that they are continuing to kill it. Going on, these guys are basically the mockingbirds are mocking each other, and they're parroting the same thing I just told you, so we're not going to go into covering that. But we are going to go to Stockwits, where the real traders are, and we're going to check out and see what they're saying. Okay, guys, going on to Stockwits, we have lots of comments all across the board. Lost everything made. I remember when I was charged about $90 from this company, I never bought anything from it. That's not far of a reach either, though, because that's what happens when you deal with some of these places. Hey, I'm looking for my basketball still. I'm still waiting, even though last year, it's funny, they cranked them out and got me my basketballs, but this year, The boys, my buddies overseas, they're not getting me my balls for some reason. Basketballs there. I don't know what the deal is with customs or whatever, but guys, look for that shipment. We need that shipment. Plus, the listeners want the basketballs, man. Do you guys want a college ball so we can have 2 gifts instead of 1 gift with the gift card? The bots have turned $20 into 40K. Groupies have shown welcome. I'll be happy to sell you my shares for $5 a pop. So Hambone12 is, he's not that happy about this. I want my $2 updated here. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not saying to promote this or buy this or anything. What I'm saying is I'm just covering it. And I'm going to say to watch your arse, because on some of these ones, especially when they are dealing with CCP ownership, you could see a lot of players come in and a lot of crazy shit could happen during the bell. So just saying with volatility, I will say. So this stock could be volatile here and there. Watch out that this thing doesn't take you out or anything like that if you're not paying attention to it. So if you're buying this and you're going to walk away and not pay attention, you could lose a lot of money. Just saying, for any this is just for newbies. All you pros out there, don't listen to what I said. It's all good. Time to bounce. Everybody's saying bounce. LITB up 25%. Penny stocks are heating up this one. This guy's got it taken off. Could we see $2 today? Continue up, easiest trade of the day. Taking off. Yeah, because that's the news about the financial stuff. Useful responses put forth in relation to LITB. Call transcript. 1.5 trade today, only 5% turnover. Don't sell today. Good ER, and there'll be new players trying to jump on this at the discount. I wouldn't get up on anything when it's going unless you're like playing the short game. So I would go on the cheap seats unless you're playing the short game. Then you got to do what you got to do and try to take your short and get your cash. I've been there, done that, got the T-shirt. So you got to do what you got to do. Sales 45 million over estimates. See y'all next. Going to have a similar run after the brilliant quarter like this, and that's possible. So with this, as far as because they're killing it over there, because with the advantages and with Q Card and his relationship with G. I would say that the momentum should be shifting towards this company more and more with the current state of things in the next 3 or 4 years. Whether this is your choice or what you want to pick, that is totally up to you and totally your call. I'm not going to say don't buy it. I'm not going to say buy it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just giving you analysis. But there's money to be made here with this stock. I will say that. So I'm out like this one. You guys don't make it a dog show. And good night now!